Hey guys, welcome back. A lot of you guys already know, but I will be committing to UCLA. I low-key really liked it ever since my sophomore year when I took a class there. So yeah, I'll be pretty excited to attend in the fall. I'll probably vlog there too, so stay tuned for UCLA vlogs. And I did not accept Berkeley's waitlist offer because I already know that I wasn't gonna go. I didn't want to take someone else's spot that I really wanted to go by accepting that waitlist offer. I know that college app season is coming around again, so I wanted to share some stuff about me that hopefully helps whoever is applying this cycle. So I go to a California public high school and my class rank was a 7 out of 646. Like after senior year, it has dropped a little. My 10 to 12 GPA was a 4.7 weighted and a 3.94 unweighted, but that didn't really get accounted into the UCs because I had my B during my senior year. And then as for my AP classes, I took 11 AP Euro, which I got a 4 on, AP Chem I got 4, Bio 4, A Push 3, Calc AB 5, Lang 5, and then the ones I'm taking senior year are Psych, Music Theory, Physics 1, BC, and Lit. And as for my major, I chose neuroscience or neurobiology. That was my first choice, and if the colleges didn't have that, then I chose molecular and cell biology or cognitive science. And then with a neuroscience degree, I hope to be able to work in like a pharmaceutical company or something with biomedical devices. For my awards, I had a UCLA honorable mention certificate, which is top 20%, and I did have a few piano awards, which were Satori Music Festivals, and I got first place and fourth place for PNJ13 and then PNQ14. And then the other one I put is my school's Top Dog Award, but I don't think that really helped. It was just like academic and community service award for or out of school. So, and then as for my activities, I was the founder of our school's biological sciences club and initiated school's first USABL exam and weekly mutual teaching to prep. And then for my second activity, I had an internship, which I was a video annotator for a laboratory for computational neuroscience. Basically did was read track sampler, caliber chatters on social behavior in smart areas, and then we would discuss findings in weekly meetings. And then my third activity was a summer program I did at UPenn called UPenn Neuroscience Research Academy. And then I think the highlight of that activity was that we talked about orphic pain relief in sex through presentations, and it was a part of our journal club, which I thought was really fun and it was pretty cool. And then I also did a cell and molecular biology class at UCLA, and oh my god, that class was that class was a little hard for me because I never took AP Bio before that. So cool. Dr. Malloy, shout out to Dr. Malloy. I'll be seeing him again at UCLA because I had to take a class again. But for my fifth activity, I was the president of Helping Our Youth Club. It was like a tutoring club, and during my time period, we expanded the club from 20 to 70 members, and then we recruited like bilingual speakers and then new events. I think what I put was more specific, so this is just like a summarized version. My sixth activity was that I was a shift leader and activities committee at my local hospital. And so basically, I would orient new hospital volunteers, lead shift, and team bonding, organize a new volunteer department banquet, which is going on right now. And then before that, I assisted in cardiology patient care. And then for my seventh activities, I had family responsibilities, which I could babysit my little brother. I taught him English, Mandarin, reading, writing, and I just gonna play with him, make meals, and I'd also compete with him in dance battles to Paw Patrol. And for my eighth activity, I had work, which was, come on, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I guess kind of unique parts about it was that we have a lot of Chinese families, and so I was like a Mandarin translator for communication for sales, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then thank you for my managers who gave me the opportunity. And then for my ninth activity, I had piano. I did concerts, comps, and then I published a few scores, but they weren't like that big of a deal or anything. And then I had an internship at Pacific Symphony, which was pretty cool. I did retail at gift shops and concerts, and then introduced violins and viola to kids in music petting zoos, and I'm incredibly privileged to have this opportunity in the first place for an education, and I am incredibly grateful for going to my dream school pretty much. And as for my essays, I'll just kind of be talking about them because I believe that like everyone has different stories. And with that being said, this video only serves as tips. Please do not copy any of my essay stuff because I believe that everyone has a different application, and obviously my application is the best. One of the questions was think about an academic subject that inspires you. Describe how you have rooted this interest inside and or outside the classroom. So for this one, I talked about neuroscience and how my first experiment being violently slicing out sashimi while listening to Bach's Go Bird Variations to explore the mindset of psychopaths such as Hannibal from Silence of the Lambs. So I talked about that and leading to my me taking a cell and molecular biology class at UCLA, and my comment on that was that beyond solidifying my biology knowledge, I also was exposed to different aspects of science, such as like gene editing and like the ethics of it, and like science wasn't like solely knowledge. And then in addition to that, I started volunteering at my local hospital to care for patients and gain personal insights into medical conditions such as epilepsy and Parkinson's. And then in addition to that, after that, I talked about my UPenn summer program experiences and how I was able to learn societal issues, and specifically like how sex differences in rat brains can lead to female rats often receiving less pain relief than male rats. And we highlighted how that issue can also lead to current issues in non-specific sex prescriptions. And then I talked about the video annotating at Penn and contributing to computational analysis. And I talked about motivated by my curiosity, I joined the Schmidt Laboratory for Computational Neuroscience at UPenn, where I delved into understanding the coordination of social interactions in the brain. And then that's basically like where we track like the software chatters and everything. And then in the end, I said, despite new mysteries that unfold with each exploration, neuroscience remains as my inspirational subject, driving me to continually delve into its complexities and armor with its truth. So that was that. And then the next question was, what have you done to make your school or your community a better place? And for this one, I talked about my own experiences as an Asian American coming over here in third grade, and how I receive a lot of discomfort and how I use that discomfort to empower other students because like I find resonance. I start off with one of my classmates asked me what book I wanted on my birthday. I told me must have Serbian, meaning anything in Mandarin. I got quieter as they looked at me in confusion, stuffed the book, chose my random about an octopi into my hands. The expression of confusion deepened my fear of isolation and discomfort beyond one of the few Mandarin speaking students in my elementary school. And then I talked about my experiences with helping our youth, and personally with a kid named Joshua. And basically what happened was that no matter like how hard I tried to teach him, he just like was not paying attention. But then later I recognized that he was having the same fear of isolation discomfort that I did, so I was able to use my experiences to help him, and I became to listening to his stories about like Minecraft and his pet turtles. And I discovered his love for art and incorporated it into his learning by asking him to draw the vocabulary words while I pieced him to a story. So, and then after that I said, witnessing Joshua's newfound confidence as he laughed while playing handball with other kids was a healing moment for me. It fuels my hope to empower more students facing cross-cultural challenges. And then I talked about what I did as president, like expanding our club, like recruiting bilingual speakers, especially because they needed that in my senior year, and then introducing new volunteering opportunities. And shout out to our amazing officers that helped connect to women with us. And then in the end, I talked about cross-cultural challenges in general and how it's colossal. How I did like an analogy in the end, and it's looking kind of cheesy, but I'll read it. It says, the walls of cross-cultural barriers are firm and colossal without a doubt, but through my actions, I hope that I could break down these walls one classroom at a time. So yeah. And I think the biggest part of my application was initiating the biology Olympiad, because I know a lot of schools have it, like they have VLA, they have Chem Olympiad, Bio Olympiad, and all these competitions, but for our school, we don't really have that. And I see like my peers with like a lot of passion for science, and I really wanted to have like a similar opportunity like that at our school too. So that's why I started the Biosci club at our school. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope it was somewhat helpful for you guys, and best of luck to everyone applying in the 25 to 26 cycle, 25 to 26 cycle.